Sarah Thompson, and you're watching STL TV Live. I'd like to welcome Nancy Bollinger and Deborah Cobb. They're here to tell us about the Self-Help Center. Thank you for being here.
Well, thank you for having us.
So you're doing every day very important work here in the St. Louis area. Tell me about the Self-Help Center.
Well, the Self-Help Center was founded by an individual with lived recovery experience who was working on his master's thesis. And the federal government was just starting to fund mental health centers, and we were actually one of the first 13 centers like ours to be funded.
Okay.
So we're actually what's classified as a consumer-operated program. It's a drop-in center. You come and go as you please, participate in what you choose to participate in. So we have things like support groups, workshops, educational sessions, bring in guest speakers, you know, a food pantry on site.
And social outings.
Yes, lots of social outings. And
Well, Deborah, you're a participant, and so tell me about your experience with Self-Help Center.
I came to know the Self-Help Center 2 years ago, this coming January. I was in the hospital and psychiatric unit in St. Mary's, and one of the peer specialists came to the unit that I was in to give information about the Self-Help Center. I didn't know there were any drop-in centers at all. So when she informed me about the Self-Help Center and what goes on there and what they can do, I felt like someone had thrown me a lifesaver, because when I was going to be discharged, which everybody is, I didn't know what I was going to do after that. I didn't know, there were so many things I didn't know. And I just started going to the Self-Help Center and started learning about all my options and things that were available to me that I never knew of before, even though I've been in and out of mental health for over 30, 40 years. It's just amazing what a lot of people don't know.
Absolutely. I mean, mental health is sort of known as being one of the most underfunded areas when we look at healthcare, and you talked about it being a lifeline, which is clearly what you do. Walk me through, tell me some of, so that it's a drop-in center, but tell me again a bit more about some of the programs. We have some photos as well, so you can explain a bit about the history and really the day-to-day activities and work that you do.
well, we make sure that each day that we're open, we do have support groups going. And that is one of our key factors that we bring in. We try to bring in a national model, something that's already been tried and tested, and we know that it works. So the Depression Bipolar Support Alliance, which actually was founded here, you know, are partially founded here in St. Louis, but it's a national program now. We're actually a chapter of them.
Okay.
And
this is, I think, are we looking at, tell me who this is.
This is Dr. Jean Campbell.
Okay.
And she actually was one of our guest speakers at our 25th anniversary celebration this year. And she is involved with the history of the consumer movement because she's been involved for decades.
I see, and I believe, is this a photo of one of the founders?
This is the founder's brother. This is Jeffrey Link of Y98. Unfortunately, Dan, our original founder, passed away earlier last year, so he wasn't able to be there for our anniversary. So his brother came and visited us and spoke about the history.
Sure, and that's your 25th anniversary, and this is your staff, is that correct?
This is our staff. All the staff have been trained as certified peer specialists here by the Department of Mental Health. So they do one-on-ones, they do support groups, they do outreach. So it's a very worthy thing that we do.
And this is open. Tell me, is there any criteria? I apologize for cutting you off earlier. Is there criteria for anyone to come and be a participant? Do you have to live in a certain area or be?
No, actually it's, we cover what we classify as the greater metropolitan area. So we've had people from Washington, Missouri, from Warren County. The majority are from the city of St. Louis, are from St. Louis County. And some people, you know, most of the people drive in, but those who can't, we can arrange for rides from the nearest bus stop or the metro station.
And there's no waiting list.
Yes.
And there's no, some of the requirements that the other centers have, we don't have. So it's more accessible.
Okay, well, when we come back, we're going to take a break, but in our next interview, we're going to learn more about some of the suicide prevention, crisis prevention. I do want to hear a little bit more about the types of treatment that you do and just the groups and, you know, more about your participants. So thank you, and Deborah, thank you so much for being here. We're going to take a short break, but we're going to hear more from Nancy Bollinger as well as Jamie Stange after this quick break. So keep it right here on STL TV Live.